Hello, I'm Ian.
I'm Lauryn.
And I'm on the other side. And Lauren's making those last minute adjustments.
You are on the other side.
Get your wardrobe, get yourself here. And let's maybe just organize that feng shui that it feels a little bit more usual. Welcome to our practice. This is our restore and recharge practice, where we'll start with our breath, work on those hips, work on those core muscles, and always having fun. And then I guess working on our balance and all those other exercise jargon words as well. First, I'd like to start with our breath like usual. And for that, I'll ask you to get to the floor. You could also do this from standing, but Lauryn will get to the floor and I'll start to cue ourselves into our alligator breath. No rules. Get to that floor. I'm going to try the no hand version. And then we're down. Take a moment. Nice places for those hands and arms can be somewhere in the W shape that I'm showing here, or underneath the forehead. You don't need to look, you can just follow along. Hold yourself in a comfortable position, belly down on the floor. At the shoulders, shrug a little bit, but then make sure that they stay low. And if we just go back up to the head and neck, could you gently tuck a chin from the very top two vertebrae right at the top of the base of the skull, and commit to keeping your crown of head pointing long like your spine. Now come back to the shoulders, give a little shrug, and then pull them down using your armpits or your lats. Maintain that. Are you breathing in and out of your nose? You know that's what Lauryn wants, and you know that's what she's doing. So continue to breathe in and out the nose as you progress through the body here. At the low back, can you tuck under the hips, creating a little bit of space underneath the belly, and then let that relax. And the same thing, at the hips, we're taking it from a lumbar extension shape into our hollow body shape, and also let that relax. Amplifying the tension by squeezing your butt or glutes can also help us feel that nice connection. And relax. Bend one knee, nice and slow. Could you bend it a little deeper? Now what about if you tucked under those hips on that same side? That probably got a little harder. Then take time and extend that leg. Same thing on the other side. Take time and slowly bend the knee. Then maybe recalibrate that low back shape with a tuck under of the hip. Hold some tension on the hamstring. I can see her Lauryn's bulging hamstrings there. And then nice and slow, straighten. Are your toes flat like our ballet foot or flexed like our karate foot? Take a moment and do one of each, nice and slow. Maybe one more. Then we'll come back to those hips and let's talk about our breath into this low back area here. Taking your breath in for 4 seconds. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. On an inhale, let's start that for 4 seconds here. Can you feel the push of the belly into the floor? On an exhale, could you feel that space open back up as you pull underneath? Repeat for 2 more breaths today. Big inhale through the belly for 4 seconds. Hold for a second, and then exhale through that nose. And for one last repetition with our breath, big sniff in, pressing the belly into the floor for that feedback that we're using our belly breath, and then exhale. Check in with that crocodile breath, alligator breath. I know there's a difference, but breathe into the belly. Feel those nice deep places down there. From here, can we get back towards an all fours position on our hands
I have to
and
move.
our knees? Yeah, I gotta move a little bit. So nice and slow. Hopefully that was as relaxing or resetting as what Lauryn felt there. Open those hands, wide open fingertips, with a neutral head, meaning looking between the hands. Very lightly, do that little small chin tuck like we just did from the front side there, and maybe 1 or 2 more, and make it so subtle you almost can't see it. Then looking down, now I would like you to think about an axis going through your nose, and your nose is going to stay in the same place as we laterally bend at the head neck. Pull to center, lengthening to tall. Same thing, other side. The nose stays in about the same place as we add our side flexion at the neck. Pull, tall, crown to head long. Repeat one more time. Lateral bend, pull to center. Nose stays in the same place. Lateral bend, pull to center. Next, the rotational axis now is through that top knot or the crown of your head. Keeping your chin long, look over your right shoulder as to do a blind spot check. And then lengthen and pull long to center. Other side, same thing. Crown of head high or long, add our rotation in the neck, and then reach longer yet again to return to center. Final time on those wrists, I promise. Then we're going to rotate again, check the blind spot, pull long, lengthen out to center, and final repetition, rotation, and lengthen to center. Take time pushing the floor away, then extend those hips to a tall kneel. The last movement with the head and neck I'd like to explore today includes the use of those field goals. Get the hands up like field goals, and gently slide and glide. It doesn't matter if you move a little or if you move a lot. What we're trying to do, in my case, I have a lot of this and kind of very little of that. I might want to give up some of that to get more of this. Try to balance that out. Using a wall as feedback can also feel that tension required to go the other way. Play with that for one or two more with those field goals upright, and think slide, glide at that head neck. From here, I do have to look over at our board, and then we're going to slowly get up and walk around just a little bit.
Standing up tall, we'll take some steps here. Let's warm up our feet. So feet underneath you, look up, don't look down. What's gripping the floor right now in your feet? Are your heels on the floor? Are the lateral borders of your foot on the floor? Your big toe mounds or the balls of your feet? And then into your toes. Are all 5 of your toes, or 10, touching the floor? Okay, root them. Arches, they're engaged, they're up a little bit, depends on you. Squeeze the glutes. Now let's push our weight forward and find just the balls of the feet and the 10 toes for a two-legged balance, rooting yourself into the floor to go up. 3, 2, now keep those knees straight as you slowly lower. And then gently push forward to transfer your weight back to your heels. One at a time for this one. Lift one foot up, not letting your toes reach to the ceiling, just being straight toes, and place them down. Same thing other side. Lifting the other foot up, but lifting from your ankle, not your toes. Put that foot down. Same thing, push down to go up, transferring weight through the front, into the balls of the feet, and all through every single toe, pinky, ring toe, middle toe, index toe, thumb toe. Slow descent. As we rock back to those heels, I want it to be one at a time again. When I think of my ankle lifting, I like to really think of this joint. And so I'm not pulling with my toes to lift my ankle, I'm activating that joint to lift my ankle. And then place it down. Activate that joint. That's also, like Ian said, coming from the cheek, but use your ankle muscles and place down. Great. From here, let's take a little step. Heel, roll through the lateral border of the foot, pinky, ring, middle, index, big toe, push off your back foot, bending those toes gently, point through, heel, roll through lateral foot, pinky, ring, middle, index, biggie, bend, one more each side, reach through. As you take that step through, heel, articulate. As you take that step through, make sure those hips are pushing forward and not getting dumpy to the side. Last time. Heel, lateral border, da, 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 da. And then find 2 feet. Shake it up.
That same drill we did at the head neck can also be done at the spine. First, we took it into some flexion, and then a little bit of our rotation, that's our rotation, and then a little bit of that translation or slide. So I'll get a little bit close. Lauren's gonna stay where she is there. And first, at the rib cage. Turn sideways, Lauren, there, and place hands on knees, setting up your hinge. So slide your bum back, hands to knees. Now pull those hands on the knees, and at the lumbar spine, being your low back, round, because you're pulling on your abdominals into this shape here. Then tip the tailbone up or towards the ceiling, spilling that punch or that honey pot out the front. For a couple more, press tension onto those hands, knees, activate the abdominals to flex the lumbar spine. Ask those abs to round underneath, and then casually send them into that extension. We'll do that one more time as you pack shoulders, and then ask those low abs to tuck or flex the lumbar spine, and then back into extension. Use your buttocks, extend to tall, and just again, let that reset for a second. Abdominals, your 6-pack, your 8-pack, whatever that is, responsible for flexing, rounding the lumbar spine. Now we're going to use that strength here to now express that mobility through our upper back or our rib cage. Hands back on knees in your hinge. Keeping your head in a neutral position, pull the rib cage onto the hips. Tighten up. Keep the brace, and without changing the head position, push your sternum or heart towards forward. The head's going to stay neutral. It's going to be a small movement, but hopefully pretty darn intense between the rib cage.
Can I relax it?
Now relax. Take a moment, flex the rib cage again. Pull the rib cage onto the hips. Tighten up, and against the tension you're providing on abs, extend that upper back. 3, 2, relax the tension. One more time, re-amp that tension, pull the rib cage onto the hips. Keep the shoulder blades together, and then abs down and sternum or heart forward into our cat or extension pose here. And then extend the hips through. Relax. And I still get that wrong. Cat, cow, what the heck? But into that extension pose through the spine of the ribs, not the spine of the low back. Let's walk around again.
Let's. Coming back to 2 feet, which is a good thing. Heel, roll through. Now feel your weight between 2 feet right now. You could go forward, you could go back. Right now, let's set in between, go down to come up. 2-footed balance, hold. 3, 2, knees straight, slow descend. Push off that back foot. Through, again, just that heel strike, roll through the foot, grip, push down to go up. Feel that you could go forward. Feel that you could go backwards. 2 feet, controlled descent. Step through, heel, roll to toe. Find your middle ground. Push down to go up. Let's stay here. I want you this time to push off the back foot, thinking about transferring all your weight to the front foot. Maybe even the back foot lifts and holds. 2, 1. Back toes come down, in balls of feet. Push the front foot forward. Try transferring weight to the back foot. Hold. 3, 2, front foot down. Slowly descend. Step through one more time. Heel, roll through, articulate. Push down to go up. Then from here, push off the back leg to transfer weight to the front leg. Find your single leg balance. 3, 2, now toe ball down in the back foot. Push forward to go back. Transfer that load. 3, 2, back to 2 feet. Slow descend. Shake it out. Yeah.
We're going to pick up with those other actions of the spine. Again, I'm going to get low, and Lauren's going to stand tall in approximately her stance, maybe wider as you need. Hands across chest, belly, on top of the head. Many places, keep them neutral. Chin and sternum is going to be a team for now, and add a rotation by growing tall and rotate 2 degrees, not very far. Grow tall to pull center. Repeat to the other side. Grow tall through that head neck as you create room to add that rotation, and then check your sternum and chin are in the same line, and pull back to center. A couple more each way. Lengthen up to add our rotation. Are you doing the rotation with the head neck or the sternum or rib cage? Return center. Same thing other side. Head and neck is a team here. Lengthen up to create room and pull back center. For same but different, now keep the head forward and turn the shoulders. We want all body parts to move, but in this case, we're asking that the rib cage drives the action for the rest of the body, and the head stays still, or in the previous example, follows along with the body. We have one more slide glide. Lauren, turn sideways because it looks better when you do that.
Aren't I sideways?
Ooh, forwards, excuse me. With that nice wide base, on the ground or not, hands across body or hands out to the side. Now at the head and neck, we did our slide glide. Can we try the same thing here? Squeeze your butt, pull across, same thing to the other side. Last 1 or 2 repetitions, and again, it's that imagination to think about it working first and moving, and connecting the brain to those muscles to make it move. Shake it out. One more walk?
One more walk.
Yeah. Okay.
I just have to think of one really quickly. All right. This time, let's transition our weight side to side here. So it is a walk, but it's not a walk. Rotate open. Gently take a baby step. Good. Same routine as we did before, but side to side. Push one leg away from you to transfer weight to the other side. Hold. 3, 2. Now for your feet, straight legs again. For your feet, toe, ball, heel. Same thing other side. Keep your legs straight. Push one way to go the other. And stack. Stack your ankle under your knee, your hip, your shoulder. You're lifting up. Hips are square forward. Absorb down, toe, ball, heel. Let's transfer again. Push away, knees stay straight, over. Find your balance. Maybe this is challenging enough for you. Could you push down to go up and find a toe balance here for 3, 2, soft landing to heel. Toe ball, heel absorbs the other side. Push away to go over. Maybe this is what you find first, is that this balance, that's enough. Or add more, finding a rise for 3, 2, 1. Slow descent, toe ball, heel. Right now you're in between 2 feet. Let's push down and grow up, finding a 2-foot balance again here on our toes. Knees straight, butt squeezed, hips tucked under. If this is easy, can you move your head and look around your room, changing your gaze? For 5, 3, 2, and then control descent. Transfer weight to one leg, pull the other leg in, and relax. Whew.
That got my hips going, which leads us into the next thing on our menu with those hip bars. I'll be here. Maybe Lauren goes to that back wall for her balance aid.
Bye. The back corner?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Right on. So using that balance aid, we're going to do this with a bent knee today. So keeping the knees parallel in the front, bend the back.
You feel really far away. I'll just do it right here.
You are. Lauren's holding onto her balance aid there. From here, pull the knee into the standing leg and pull the foot towards the standing leg knee. Then keep the foot tight as we open up towards the side, and then gently lengthen out or straighten the knee down. Hopefully we have that externally rotated shape here, and then we can finish with an internal rotation to center. Repeat with a knee bend, keeping the knee in the same place with parallel quads. Then adduct or pull into the body as the foot gets towards the knee. It's getting tougher, Lauren. Can you see?
No, I had an itch.
Okay. And then we're going to open to the side. Keep the lateral facing knee, forward facing hips, and straighten the knee in external rotation, and then finish with the internal rotation to center. Alternate to the same on the other side. What leg did you do?
My right?
Arm. You did the same leg. Okay. So same thing on the other side. So the knee stays parallel. Flex or bend the outside leg. From here, adduct, meaning pull the foot of the elevated leg to the inside of the knee. You might cross your midline just a little bit with the body of the knee here. Then keeping the foot underneath will open to the side. Then lengthen or extend through the knee, nice and slow. And at the bottom, are you fully extended? Externally rotate it, and then rotate in. Last time on this leg, you're going to bend the knee. Adduct, meaning pull into Lauren's straw analogy. Then the knee goes out towards the side. Keep the forward-facing hips, lateral-facing knee, and then slowly lengthen out to straight. And in. We're going to go the other half direction again. For that, I'll go back to my bar. These are good examples here. Use your balance aids as you need. Here, start with our bent knee. Quads stay parallel. Bend the knee. It's going to be small, but adduct or pull in, reaching out the back, and then look to connect the foot towards the inside of that balanced leg knee. That was a hard direction for me, holy cow. And then we're going to straighten out the knee, and then pull in with that internal rotation. Final time, add the flexion or knee bend. Pull across the body as I try to touch the wall to my left. Then the foot's going to go underneath of the hip. The knee goes towards side wide, and then nice and slow, extend, and then roll in. 2 repetitions on the other side for the same thing. Normally, Lauren gives me the cue of like thumb up, keeping the hips level. Maintain core stability, hips level, and express the mobility from the butt cheek or the hip. Same thing, other leg. Bend the outside knee, keeping your quads parallel. Extending the hip, maybe you'll see my foot out the back here just by a little bit, but then the foot ultimately gets underneath of the hip with a side-facing knee, and then straighten the knee, an external rotation at the hip, and then internally rotate or pull to center. Final repetition. Knee bend, hip extend, foot goes towards underneath of that hip as the knee goes sideways. Forward facing hips, lateral facing knee, and then straighten the knee, pushing down through the standing leg, and then finish with that internal rotation.
Oops, sorry.
And relax. There's many versions to these hip bars, hip cars. That bent leg version was a crowd favorite from the other week, so I threw that in there just for you.
Crowd favorite.
Hope you're doing it at home. Excuse me, hip bars, cat cows, woo, the movement clocks. Lauren set us up for that nice weight transfer. The first movement clock for today. Let's stay tall. Get yourself into that open space, or of course, use a balance aid as you need. There's 8 directions to move in the hip. 1 is this direction right here, pulling in. Let's call that 1. Number 2 is going across the body out there. Number 3,
Straight ahead.
straight ahead. Number 4, 10s and 2s are just on that diagonal. Then there's a lateral.
You already did that one.
Well, I did. I meant to send that
That was
in.
number 1.
Number 1 was going in, sorry.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is 5. In. Then there's that back corner. In. Behind you from your bum, it's gonna be smaller than you think and what you want, maybe. And then our last place, also very small, is opposite those 10s and 2s, those 4s and 8s, and center. Same thing on the other leg. So Lauren was right, we did do 1 action in the hip, which is out there. Let's call that 1. away from the body. 1. Number 2, pull into the body. 3, towards 10. 4, towards forward.
Whoops, sorry, I messed that up. Yep.
That's okay. Bum squeeze through. 10s and 2s again, so on that front diagonal. Let's do that one again. We went lateral, but here we go again, out to the side. And in. And then 4 o'clocks and 8 o'clocks on the back corner there. Straight behind. And then last, again, very small. Try to cross the midline, but to keep the hip forward, avoiding the rotation. Shaking that out. Push-ups, Lauren.
Push-ups, man. Push-up time.
How are we going to get down, yo?
Let's use our hinge. Chop those hips. Hinge back, loading up hammies and glutes. Tip yourself forward. Walk out to your high plank or high push-up position. From here, shift that weight. Tuck your hips. 10-second descent. Start bending the elbows. Shoulders stay packed. If you need to come down to your knees, do. Heads in line. Keep that tension. 3, 2, soft landing. From your knees or your toes, tuck your hips. 1 unit, meaning chest and hips, leave at the exact same time. Should we do it again?
I'm in.
Okay, back up, either from the knees or to toes, negative push-up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tucking under, up as 1 unit, push back, either feet to hands, hands to feet, but then stand up via that hinge. So hips go back, vertical shins, nice long spine, drive through. Have you had some water yet?
Drink that water, breathe in that air, stick to those basics, including the movement clock. So now we're going to go back to more of our weight transfer movement clock, trying to get to all those different positions. First goal is that the leg that stays in the center will stay straight, and the other leg is that toe ball heel. Push. The leg that stays center stays straight or extended, and then you push away to come in. Lauren's trying to close some windows. There's a little bit of action on the street.
I mean, it is my favorite guy.
Slowly back.
It's the street sweeper.
Ooh, street sweepers.
Oh, I do like a good street sweeper.
Okay, so here we go, working on our movement clock. I'm going to use my right leg as my plant leg, and the left leg will be receiving that tension or the movement. Here we go. Pull up, toe ball heel to the front. As Lauren's showing, maybe the knee could go over the toe, but maintain vertical upper body. Push forward to go back. Other leg, same thing. Toe ball heel, front leg bends, incorporating that knee over toe, and then push forward to go back. Switching legs, now we're on our left, the 10 and the 2. So work to the diagonal, stiff leg, toe ball heel, maybe encourage that knee to go towards over toe, then push to center, other side, toe ball heel, push that way to go back. Lateral facing hip. Lateral facing foot. Forward facing hip as we go toe ball heel to the side. Push away to go back center. Toe ball heel to the side. Keep those hips forward. Push center. Now this one I'm going to say goodbye for a second. And I'm going to try to turn on this stable leg and then toe ball heel on the receiving end of that. Push back to center. High, bye. As we turn on that standing leg and then toe ball heel, keeping the center leg straight. Push to center. Lastly, bend that knee. Transfer weight, toe ball heel to the back. Front leg stays straight. Upper body nice and tall, push through the back leg to come forward. Other leg, alternate, bent knee, toe ball heel. Bend the leg in the back, stay tall like Lauren is, stiff leg in the front, push to center. Let's do our TGU now. Let's do our TGU.
TGU. Okay.
So
hey, I get to go. Cross your arm across your chest. This one day will be up in the air with 100 pounds in it. Until then, the leg you can touch, step back lunge. Now let's pause. We're in that nice lunge position. Tuck hips and under. We're going to go a 5-second descent. 5, 4, 3, 2, soft landing. Now I want you to check something out. Look down at your front shin. Was your shin, can you move your foot back a bit, Ian? Was it like this? So that knee really over the toe. So when you landed, was your knee like this? Or were you like this? Preferably that. Maybe you just needed a slightly longer step to give yourself more room. Maybe there's some other things going on. That's a whole other day. Let's take that front foot, open it up, rotate, and hinge on that hip, pushing that hip back, hand finds the floor. When that hand grips the floor, then push your hips through, transferring your weight over so both of our shoulders are stacked over our hand. Brace abs. We're going to take that back leg, lift it, and sweep it through to your elbow. And then push away from that elbow all the way to the floor onto your back. Great. I forget what was going on down here. Push-ups again?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Roll over. Push up.
If the push-up shape on your wrist isn't friendly today or any day, please feel free to substitute in for, say, our hard-style plank or something along the lines of those fists in the push-up.
Maybe like on dumbbells or something?
Accommodate as you need. It's not cheating, it's just working smart. Okay, then.
I've never done that, but I guess it works.
Excellent.
All right, find those hands, whatever they are. Pack your shoulders, toes or knees, lifting up. Butt squeeze, connect your ribs and hips. I could kick you in the stomach. Slow descent, 5. Even during this slow descent, if I came through your screen and tried to push you over, you wouldn't move. Soft landing. From the toes or the knees, tuck. Up as 1. Reset. One more time. 5, tight. Pull the floor together. 3, 2, soft land. 1 unit up. Come back down. Flip over. Same side get up, because we're going to probably do it one more time. So that first arm, like as you came down, is across the chest. That same leg is out to the side. Other arm out, other leg out straight. Use your foot, push into the floor, extend your hip, pull on your elbow. Check out your shoulder. Is it nice and proud, or is it slumps? Be proud. Find your hand, keep that same proud shoulder. From here, let's do a little bit of a high bridge. So grip the floor, push down to go up, pause, 2, 1, take that front leg, sweep it under, hand leaves floor, front foot moves. Check out that lunge, we should have a vertical shin to start. Pushing down, use both legs to come up to toe.
Awesome.
Movement clock or something.
Awesome. Movement clock. This time, the leg that moves will be very, very straight, and the leg that stays stationary will do the bending action.
You crazy cat.
Do a quarter turn, because it might be helpful for those who are following along. Can I come front a little bit and you behind me just a little bit? Okay, good. Here we go. Feet are forward. I'm going to transfer weight to my right leg. There will be a little bit of a shift. Keeping the front leg, in this case my left, straight, we're going to reach towards midnight. This hip is going back, that leg is reaching forward, and then using the back leg to push through to bring under. Switch your legs. Same thing to the front on the other side. Reach the bent knee or the stationary knee forward, the other leg stays straight or extended. Drive through the ground and use your butt of that standing leg to pull the leg underneath. Transfer weight. Same thing towards the 10s and 2s. Bending on the knee, staying nice and strong and stacked here, and then pull on the floor using your hips to stand. 10s and 2s, other side. Knee towards bend. Hug this line in the center. Reach out towards the side, and tall with the hip extension. The forward-facing hips, the lateral-facing foot as you reach towards the side, and pull down on the straight leg to incorporate that adduction to stand. Other side, weight transfer. Knee bends on the standing leg, reaching out towards the side, keeping the hips forward. Pull to tall. This time we'll keep the hips facing forward as that leg reaches towards the back corner, or those 8s and 4s. Stay upright, keep the hips forward, pull to tall. Switch, transfer weight. Same thing other side as you reach towards that back corner. Hold to 1/1000, pull to tall. It's gonna be small, Little bit of room out the back. Keep the legs straight, keep the hip tucked under so we avoid that lumbar extension, and stand up tall. And final repetition, knee over toe like a plie, the hips stay over top of the heel, and then extend through. And wiggle.
Whew.
Maybe one more set of push-ups. And
Other side, get down. Yeah. Other side, get down. So take that other arm, pick up your 100-pound bell. Never pick up a kettlebell like that. Put it across your chest. Leg you can touch. Take that step. Find that adjustment. Maybe last time you decided you need a longer stride. Find it. Hips square. Hips tuck. Woo. 5-second descent. 5, 4, 3, 2. Soft landing. Front foot opens. Rotate and chop on that hip as you hinge to find the floor. Hand finds the floor. Shift your weight over to stack. Prepare to lift the back knee through, leg through, to your elbow. Push away from your elbow to come to the floor, keeping that shoulder proud the whole time. On your back, we get to flip over because we get to do some push-ups. Yes, the opportunity to do more push-ups. I know.
One last set of push-ups.
All right. I'm going to, for real, count to 10 to do the negative, not this fake 10. Ready? Up, brace, head in line, 10. 9, you're always moving. 5.
Use your knees
4,
when you have to.
3, 2, 4. From the knees or toes. 1 unit back up. One more time. Pack. 10, 9, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to treat you. We're going to stay here.
Okay.
Flip back over. We have one more get up, and that's back to the second side here. Crossing the arm across the body. Foot wide. Use that to push into the floor. Extend, pull elbow. Find your hand. Let's do our little lift first. Hold. 3, 2, then a sweep. Sorry about your view. Hand leaves floor. Front foot moves. Both legs up. I'm back.
And to tall. What's your favorite version of that movement clock? Don't you worry, we have more. We're just not going to do them today. Final exercise for today. Another crowd favorite.
Did you see how I picked up that bottle?
Oh, I wish I did. Ooh.
It was a clock.
I like it.
Sorry, I interrupted.
Okay.
Final what?
Final movement for today will be an old weight transfer again, working from that second position. Sound good? I'm in. Whoop. Very nice. So, Lauren cues us so well. I'm just along for the ride. Here we go, Lauren.
Parallel feet tight together. Squeeze glutes. Rotate open. Your rotation, not from the ankles, from the cheeks. Transfer to a single leg. Point the other leg out. Toe ball, heel. Don't go too far. You'll regret it. Tuck. Pull yourself down into your toaster. That means your butt's not getting burned and your knees aren't getting burned. Slide down. Push one leg to go straight so the knee goes over the other toe. Think about how you could load up that leg with the knee over toe, 100%. That other leg maybe lifts off. 3, 2, toe, ball. Pull yourself across. Push that leg to straighten. Transfer the load. Hold. 3, 2, toe ball. Come to center. Push down to stand up. I want to talk about one thing I've been noticing on people doing this. I'm going to come a little closer. I might get rid of my head, but more importantly, my hips. When they come to transfer weight over here and to lift this standing leg, think about lifting that leg with your cheek. With your cheek. I don't want to see that lift. That means you lift it with your low back. Even if this leg doesn't come up off the floor, but you feel that activation, I'd rather that than that. Okay, tidy it up.
Your hips and your back will thank you.
So we're back to that second. We'll try it again. Think about that as you do this. Tuck, pull yourself down. Push one way to slide. Here we are. When you transfer that weight, are you lifting because your cheek? If so, great. 3, 2, toe ball. Other side, push as long. Fire up glute. Lift it. 3, 2, toe ball. Back to center. We're going one more time. Push over. Let's just work on this today. Lifting from the glute. I feel my cheek going, hala, hala, hala. Toe ball heel. I don't know if that's the sound yours makes. Yours might be like, hala, hala, hala. Okay, other side. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Drive down to go up. And relax. Let us know if that made a little difference and what your sound is. Spell it out for us.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
That's our day.
it's a wrap.
This went by so quickly here on our clock. I hope you had a fun time joining along with our simple and strong follow along exercise program. What do y'all want next? We said we had some crowd favorites today, working on that movement clock. What was the other crowd favorite?
The transitions.
This one here, that had been a crowd favorite. Let us know your favorite moves, whether it's a comment in the chat, a comment in an archived video, or a private note to barsandbells@gmail.com. Let's do this together. Let's do what you want to do a little bit, and ultimately what Lauren wants to do more, because she is the boss. She rocks. So thank you very much for joining us today. We sincerely appreciate this time to practice with you. Stay tuned for schedule updates, website updates, cool programs, and events live in the studio. We'll be back later today for kettlebells. If you really want to train twice, do something once and then enjoy the rest of your day. Check out live, check out archive. We'll be back. I'm Ian.
I'm Lauren.
We're barsandbells.com. And we'll stay strong.
And see you
soon.
Goodbye.
Have
a good
day. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Get a little close up here. The end stream button isn't working.
There you go.
There we go. Bye.
No, you have to click end though.
Oh,
Did you click it?
I clicked it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hello. You have the close up? Got the close up, got the smiles.
There we
Here
go.
we go.
For real, goodbye.
Bye.
Now.